Part of our 2023 North Dakota player profile for the Shrine Bowl. Joining us is a Bismarck High Demon. That is Jayden Sherwin here with us. And Jayden, to get nominated your senior season to an all-star game like this in the state, specifically the Shrine Bowl, what does it mean for you?
It's really cool. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like your hard work kind of gets recognized. And I think the reason for the game being played is really cool, raising money for the Shriners Children's Hospital, and it feels really good.
And on top of that, as well, as you kind of took a look at the rosters here, Jayden, was there maybe a Bismarck a rival, so to speak, that you played with on Friday nights, or someone that played in a different class from a player perspective that you're excited when you saw the 11-man West team come out to say, all right, it's going to be fun to have you on my side of the football or on my team for a change?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's some of these guys I've been battling head to head against since like fifth grade football, so it's gonna be really cool to finally like get to play with them. So
Take us through your favorite football memory of all time. Is there one specifically that stands out more so than others on a Friday night, or something as a football memory with family and friends? What's one or two that kind of comes to mind here for you?
yeah, absolutely. So my freshman year in freshman football, I played nose guard, and our first game of the year was against Beulah. And in the first quarter, early on, I stripped the ball from the fullback and scored a touchdown. And then later in the third quarter, I got an interception. So it was just like kind of out of ordinary for a nose guard to make plays like that in the game. That was kind of cool.
Able to get a couple of touchdowns without question throughout that specifically. And Bismarck High, obviously, steep a lot of football history, a lot of football tradition, a lot of players who've been able to play in this game as well. What does it mean for you to kind of be the next lineage a little bit with Bismarck High and the coaching staff that's been there? What does it mean for you here, Jayden, just to kind of continue that legacy, if you will?
It's really cool. I mean, from the second I stepped in BHS my freshman year, I've said I bleed maroon, and like the coaches, I wouldn't ask for any other coaches or any other program to be a part of, and it's awesome. And it feels awesome to kind of be another demon going to play the next level. It feels really good.
And moving forward, heading off to the University of Mary for D2 football. First things first, Jayden, why from a football standpoint did it stand out? But also number two, why from an academic standpoint was the U Mary the right fit for you?
So kind of reverse your question a little bit. I actually registered as a student before I got in contact with the offensive line coach at UMary. And I mean, I knew I wanted to go there from an academic standpoint right away. And then it was just cool that football also, I was able to play football longer with that too. I mean, the O-line coach, I loved him right away. And like I met some of the players and stuff like that. And it just seemed right. So I went with it.
And able to get a number of guys locally too, whether it's from the Bismarck area or for North Dakota. How cool is that to know that, all right, you're going to have a bunch of guys, from the state of North Dakota and the upper Midwest kind of representing a school like that?
It's gonna make it a lot easier, like the transition from high school to college. And like again, like I'm super excited to be able to play with guys next year that I've been playing against my whole life. So yeah.
Take us through a little bit of words of wisdom. If you could go back to your 14-year-old self, or someone who, steps in as a freshman and wants to be an all-conference player, an all-state, or get nominated to an all-star game like the Shrine Bowl, what would be some words of advice that you would give them moving forward here, Jayden?
I'd say number one is cherish the time, because you're never going to get it back. And then secondly, I would say that you're going to learn a lot about football, but you're going to learn more about life. And yeah, just leave no regrets in everything that you do. And hard work, you'll never regret anything if you put the work in.
And final thing for you before you let you go, superstitious. Are you a superstitious? Was your team superstitious? Did you have to have a certain pregame meal, or put, the left side of the pads on, so to speak, before you put the right knee pads on? Anything of that nature kind of come to mind?
Yeah, so we always listen to the same song called Fight Night every time before a game. And then me and my buddy would always go to Poncheros and get a burrito for whatever reason. But that was always the pregame meal before games.
Was there a specific kind of burrito that you had to have, or was it just kind of in the moment once you got there?
Steak and queso and rice and all the good stuff in there.
Awesome. Well, we'll see if that continues a little bit moving forward when you're playing at the University of Mary as well. Jayden, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck again being a Marauder, and also here in the North Dakota Shrine Bowl.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.